Naughty Dog has finally acknowledged that The Last of Us on PC is completely broken, but I feel like that's not enough. Let's check out their apology and kind of explain how the situation just keeps getting worse. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I have noticed people asking why I'm being so hard on Naughty Dog during the course of this situation, because in the past I am a big classic fan of Naughty Dog. I grew up completely obsessed with Crash Bandicoot. I of course very much love things like Uncharted. Now we have Last of Us. The original Last of Us, I still believe, is one of the best games ever made, but that is why I feel like we need to hold their feet to the fire. If something you love completely disappoints you, as a fan, I feel like it's important to voice our criticism, because they did completely betray our trust. Now, here we are over on Twitter. They just sent this out. Now, I want to make it clear, they said this at 6:18 on a Friday night. They're definitely trying to get people not to talk about this. I've been a YouTuber for 10 years now, and in my personal experience, if somebody releases an apology on a Friday night, that's because they're hoping IGN, GameSpot, and people like me don't report on it. Well, here we go. To The Last of Us PC players, we know that some of you have not experienced the Naughty Dog quality that you expected. Not off to a good start there, Naughty Dog. Look at that. We know that some of you have not experienced This almost feels like gaslighting right out of the gate, trying to act like, some people are having a good time. Maybe you're having a bad time. Across the board, this game is still being reviewed bomb. It's still completely crashing. It's causing some people's computers to force restart. But here we go. Our team is working hard to resolve issues currently preventing some of you from experiencing the game to ensure it reaches the quality level that you expect and deserve. I can't believe that people complain a lot about the age of the day one patch, where games actually need to continually be updated after they're printed on a disc. But, sometimes I feel like a lot of day one patches aren't that bad. My problem is stuff like this, where the freaking day 10 patch is necessary just to run the game. Here we go. We're working on a hotfix addressing the jittering on mouse-controlled camera movement. Some of the crashes and more of The Last of Us Part 1 PC is slated for Tuesday. So that means we're not even getting the first actual hotfix for another 4 or 5 days. A larger patch with additional fixes will be deployed later in the week. Now, if they're already working on 2 separate patches for the first couple days after release, it's pretty clear that they knew this game was broken. I still think that there's no way they could have properly tested this and actually been oblivious to how broken this game is. But here we go. We're also encouraging players to ensure they're using the latest Nvidia and AMD Intel graphics drivers. Again, with the gaslighting. You think that we don't know how to update drivers. You think people that are actually buying PC games don't see a little cog in the corner that says update your drivers? Now, I want to make an additional point. When you boot this game up, if you don't have the most current drivers, it actually tells you to install them. It says which install to do. So I had that when I first started to boot it up back on Tuesday when the train wreck began. It did properly alert me and said, hey, update your stuff. And I did, and it still runs bad. Is that somehow telling me it could possibly run worse? Because I can't imagine it. But here we go. Our team is dedicated, and its dedicated partners at Iron Galaxy, the worst porting house, will continue to investigate and address known issues to deliver the great Last of Us experience you expect. They keep saying that term, that you expect. Yeah, you set the bar incredibly high. You're Naughty freaking Dog. You're one of the best Sony studios of all time. You have some of the most high acclaimed experiences ever. Yeah, we expected a bit of quality. Now, of course, most of the replies are people just showing absolutely insane glitches. Look at this. How How did you release this game? Look at Ellie's claws. Oh my god. How did this get released? How? Oh my gosh. But people are pointing out the fact that this game does feel a bit like a cash grab. I bought this game on the PlayStation 5. I bought it on the PlayStation 3. I bought it on the PlayStation 4. And I do have occasionally people come up to me and say, hey, why is it that you will buy multiple versions of the same game? And it's because I'm a very passionate believer in vote with your wallet. If you love a game, like if you truly believe it's 10 out of 10, I think it's totally valid to buy multiple copies of it if you have the cash to spare, so to speak, to actually back that up. Now, I'm not asking everybody to do it, but in my case, I wanted to monetarily show Sony that good PC games are still great, that they can take their classic games, bring those over. Obviously, I'm glad that things like Spider-Man are coming over. Horizon is actually on there. Do it. Whole slate, baby. But I want to pay for quality. I want to pay for actually decent games that reflect the amazing catalog of PlayStation. Man, this is so... Look at this. Some of you, do you mean the overwhelming majority? Because this game is busted. I think the damage is done. This thing will not sell anymore, and this will have an impact on the future games of Sony. Best you could do is pull it from the store, refund, fix it, and re-release it. So this has actually happened in the past. There was a game called Arkham Knight that was, funny enough, done by Iron Galaxy. It was so completely busted on Steam, they took it down voluntarily, worked on the game for another couple months, and then re-released it. I agree with this person here with a Sonic the Hedgehog freaking avatar. Yes, I do think that the best course of action now is to just take it down, fix it, and bring it back. I mean, right now, there has never been, in my pretty decent memory, there has never been a first-party AAA Sony exclusive that's gotten this low of score ever on Metacritic. I mean, especially Naughty Dog. This is the lowest released Naughty Dog game of all time. And that's not even going into the user scores, which are straight up calling this game a scam. I want my money back. This game is full of glitches and bugs. Biggest cash grab of all time. What a big pile of... It's so ridiculous. I really wanted to carry trash cans, lighters, boards again, but the PC port is unplayable. It's disappointing to me because I did genuinely expect better. Naughty Dog has a very good track history, and I think in a lot of ways they have earned our trust. I mean, I've experienced that with a lot of classic Square Enix games, where there's a studio, there's a team, there's a director that's put out a lot of good bangers, and so, assumedly, you have that properly established hype, and then it ends up getting nosedived. This does, in my opinion, for me, hurt my trust of Naughty Dog, and it does hurt my trust of Sony when it comes to PC releases. I mean, I think I kind of want to try and review more PC releases going forward from Sony, just so I can properly warn you guys when ones turn out to be an absolute freaking cash grab mess like this. But what do you guys think? Please tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and please, if you enjoyed it, give it a big old thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. I'm filming this video at 7:30 on a Friday night, but now I got to get back to playing Resident Evil 4 because I have to do 5 more runs for the Platinum Trophy. No, not that many, but I have to beat the game on normal, twice more, hardcore, and then professional, and then I can touch grass. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.